Hello, and today we're going to be talking about Python for loops. For loops are one of the kind of fundamental building blocks of most computer languages, and Python is no different. I'm going to show you the basic structure of Python for loop. So we've got for variable in sequence statement. All right. So here's a better, less abstract example. So we've got a variable or list data, and that list has numbers 1 through 5. All right, we're going to give this list to the for loop. There we go. See, for number in data. So what that's going to do is, when this command executes, for each member in this list, it's going to assign that member to number. And that's going to execute this command with that number being equal to the member. So when we go through this list, the first member is 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5. And you can see the command, what we want to do is print that number. All right, so for number in data, and you're going to print. Okay, that'll work on any iterable. And iterables or anything can be looped over like this. So, you know, your lists, your strings, your tuples, any of those things that came out of the iter tools. We've got another video about the iter tools. Any iterable you can plug into a for loop, and it will step through that iterable and execute statements on each member, or execute commands on each member of that iterable. Okay. Now break will stop the loop. So here we can see that as soon as we get the number equal to 3, we are going to break, and that will stop the loop. And that's what happens here. So the first one we go through is 1, then 2, and then 3 equals 3. So we break, so we stop the loop, and we don't print any more numbers. We don't even print 3 because 3 comes after the break, or the print statement comes after the break. So everything stops, loop stops, and then we'll just move on to the next commands. Continue stops the current iteration of the loop and moves on to the next. Okay, so once again, we're going to print until we get to the number equaling 3, and then we're going to continue. All right, so that gives us 1, 2, 4, and 5. So continue happen when number equals 3, we hit continue, and that means that iteration of the loop stops, and then we move on to the next member. That is why 3 never gets printed. All right, 1, 2, and 3 equals 3. We continue, breaking the loop, go back to the next member, which would be 4. Else executes when the iterator's been exhausted, but not when the loop has been terminated by a break. So here's an example here one more time of our list of data, numbers 1 through 5. We're once again going to go through each one and print each number. And at the very end, we're going to say we're out of numbers. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, out of numbers. But if we have a break statement, that's not going to happen. So here we have our example before of the break. When it gets to 3, it's going to break. It's going to stop the entire loop. And stopping the entire loop will actually make it so the else statement doesn't execute either. All right, so we go 1, it's not equal to 3, so we print it out. 2, it's not equal to 3, so we print it out. 3, it is equal. Then we execute the break command, and the entire loop is ended. All right. Pass statement does nothing. It's used when a program requires no action. So here we go. We have our data list of numbers 1 through 5. We're going to step through each one of them, but we are going to pass, which means do nothing. It's oftentimes just a placeholder for code that's yet to be written, or generally it's a placeholder for code that is yet to be written. So if you need to do nothing, it does nothing. So there we go. That was our guide to Python for loops. I hope that you found that to be useful. If you did, hit that like button. And if you want to see more Python tutorials, how about you subscribe? And leave any comments or questions in the comments section. Thank you very much for watching this video, and have a very good day.